What's up? What's up? This your boy JG, back with another video on music tips and reviews with JG. First of all, thank y'all for tuning in, and also if you're on Facebook, if you're watching from Facebook, I have a link. Go to streamyard.com/Facebook if you're commenting, from Facebook, so I can see your comments up here. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Tonight is a very important topic. I'm talking about, how dark skinned music artists are oftentimes unappreciated in the music game. It's a lot of, darker melanin artists in the game that I feel haven't got the recognition that someone of a lighter skin have received, as far as awards and accolades. So we're going to talk about that tonight. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. And also, if you haven't, watched my channel or you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. And also, I have super chat if you want to support. And also, you want to chat and talk about tonight's topic. And also, you can have a link for StreamYard if you want to join the show. You can do that as well. So thank y'all for tuning in on Music Tips and Reviews with JG. I feel this is an important topic. Sometimes I have serious topics like this because, especially in the music community, the music industry, it's a lot of stuff we don't talk about as far as mental health. And I feel a lot of dark skinned artists, they deal with a lot of pressure, especially from the music labels, because of their darker melanin skin. So we're gonna get into this topic because a lot of the artists that that's dark skinned, they deal with this behind closed doors and we don't even know it. So we're gonna get into this first clip. She just basically talking about how darker entertainers, get more recognition than the lesser recognition than the light skinned artists and actresses.
The elephant in the room and why it keeps getting all of the attention. In the world of pop culture, darker skinned women have frequently gotten the short end of the success stick.
So she basically breaking down the summary of her analysis on how darker skin females in the industry, the entertainment industry, is getting less recognition than the lighter skin. So that's basically what she's talking about.
Considered the most successful black female singers in the last decade. You can probably come up with dozens of names, including Alicia Keys, Sierra, Mariah Carey.
So later on, she's gonna separate the lighter skin black artists from the darker skin black artists, and she's gonna point out the difference. And also, if you're new coming in, please subscribe to my channel, Music Tips and Reviews with JG, on YouTube. And thank y'all for tuning in.
Nico, and of course, Beyonce. But can you name even 5 deeply melanated female pop stars? I mean, we did.
So when she say deeply melanated, she's talking about darker skin, artists and so forth like that.
Brandy as Cinderella, but that was 20 years ago. Wait, was it? From Lena Horne, the first black actress to sign a major studio deal, to Halle Berry, the first black actress to win a Best Actress Academy Award, lighter-skinned and often mixed-race women have usually broken through society's biggest barriers first. Now,
so if you think about, even Tracee Ellis Ross, she's mixed, and she get a lot of different roles because she's mixed. She's black and white. She's biracial. So she just pointing out that a lot of the lighter skin, actors and entertainers, they oftentimes get more opportunities. And this is a topic that we've often put under the rug or we don't talk about. So this is a very important topic. And also, if you have a comment, please, chime in. And if you're on Facebook, I think it's best that you comment on YouTube. Go to my channel, Music Tips and Reviews with JG, and you'll see this live. So thank y'all for tuning in.
This isn't to say they weren't hardworking or didn't deserve it, but black people with lighter skin, straighter hair, and more Eurocentric features have always been more likely to be given the paltry number of opportunities to access.
Yeah, if you think about, if you think about lighter skin woman, they are more that Eurocentric look, and that's how it is. They're more that Eurocentric look, and they have the straighter hair, but the ones with the more African feature or darker melanated features, they don't get those roles. So that's basically what she's talking about.
White spaces and institutions. This is the reality, but why? Now, before we answer that, we gotta say, who's considered dark-skinned or light-skinned is all relative.
So now she's gonna break down the dark skin and light skin. She's gonna break that down.
And definitely varies from culture to culture. But for our purposes, when we say light-skinned, think Minaj, Zoe Kravitz, Rihanna, Zendaya, and when we
I say they get more of the recognition. Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, even Cardi B. If you think about Cardi B, and it's been a lot of underground, darker melanated rap artists that haven't got as much recognition as her. And Cardi B, her explicit lyrics and stuff. It's a lot of dark skinned artists that's not getting as enough attention as Cardi B, because they're more melanated.
When we say dark-skinned, think Viola Davis, Kelly Rowland, and Lupita. The roots of this light versus dark inequality stem all the way back to the days of slavery, when lighter-skinned slaves, often the mixed children of white slaves.
So she's basically talking about where it originated. The lighter skinned slaves, they was like more in the house, and the dark skinned slaves were out in the field. They got more of the well, they was all slaves. They was all slaves, but it seems like the lighter skinned one got more of the less of the punishment.
Owners, aka the product of rape, aka you're not slick Thomas Jefferson, were given domestic work as a... Get it twisted though, whether in the house or in the field, they were still enslaved, so it was definitely not a choice, no matter what your weird cousin on Facebook.
So that's basically that video. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. We were talking about how darker skin music artists are being more unappreciated as far as their talent. So I'm gonna go to the next video. I'm gonna skip to Kelly Rowland, because Kelly Rowland, even though it seems like Beyonce always had more of the limelight, because obviously she was more of a lighter skin, and of course her dad was like the manager of the group, but still in the limelight and in public, Kelly always felt like she was second to Beyonce. And she also discussed this in her song Dirty Laundry. If y'all heard that song Dirty Laundry, she discusses those things that she was always in the shadow of Beyonce. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. These are very important topics that we are discussing. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in.
The elephant in the room for me has always been second best.
Hello, I ain't number two. Okay. That's actually.
So she's saying she's finally coming out that she always felt like she was second best, to Beyonce, because Beyonce always got that, like I said, that recognition and so forth like that. What's up, Darren?
What's up, bro?
Yeah,
sorry, I'm on the little one. She over here beat me up.
How you doing? You doing all right?
Doing well, boss. Doing well.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah, well, I'm on the part. We talking about Kelly Rowland, how she always felt like she was second to Beyonce. How you feel about that, as far as Kelly Rowland feeling like she's always second to Beyonce?
Well, I think they groomed her to think that way. because they want
Yeah.
Beyonce to be the limelight. That's what the daddy
Yeah.
wanted. So I think they kind of groomed her that way. Like, look, you nice and all, but you'll never be like her. But I mean, Kelly, I think Kelly has a nice little following. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. And
not every, not
I can't say yeah, I can't say that the darker skin is not getting recognition, but oftentimes it seems like they are put under underneath the
oh no, they
lighter
are.
skin. Yeah. 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 And Beyonce, man, Beyonce, we can't, we still got to give credit to Beyonce. She's a hard worker,
Hmm.
but yeah, she deserves what she has now. But sometimes I feel the darker skin, as far as Kelly Rowland with her hits, I think her hits was as good as Beyonce at some points.
Well, yeah, I think these guys kind of wanted to work with her. These producers and stuff probably wanted to work with her because of the
Yeah,
her being pretty and lighter. Dudes got
yeah,
their preferences. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
yeah,
not saying it's right, but it goes the same way for these producers and stuff like that behind the scenes too. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Let's talk about like Doja Cat.
yeah,
Doja Cat over there winning awards over Ari Lennox.
yeah,
Like, come on, y'all listening to? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna get to that later. I'm gonna play that clip where they was talking about she had a nose. She looked like a rock wall and all this stuff. They were throwing her under the table
hmm
and talking about she looked like this and that because she wear her natural hair and
yeah,
stuff like that. And Ari Lennox is a beautiful, beautiful woman,
yeah,
and people hate the natural look, and that's what's taught behind the scenes with the industry.
hmm
They more of that fair skin Eurocentric look. So
yeah, of
yeah,
course.
yeah,
So
yeah. Lynette Hill says they don't even look at talent. That's true.
well,
They don't look. Yeah.
now since you know we rely so heavily on reverb and auto tune nowadays, you don't even have to
Yeah.
sing and be
Yeah.
talented no more. So I can
Yeah.
get somebody that fits the coloration of what I want to do
Yeah.
because that's what sells.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about this more talented dark skinned girl.
Yeah.
That's kind of how
Yeah.
it's been. But I think it's going to be more
Yeah.
apparent now than it has been in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play more of this clip with Kelly Rowland, and they're gonna talk more about how she felt, even from the beginning, cause they was called Girl Time way back in the day, before they was Destiny Child. So
Hmm.
they're gonna talk about all that.
The first time I've
Okay.
said it out loud, eh?
Hey loves, how's it going? Hope all is well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to talk about Kelly Rowland and her comment of being second best. Now, if you don't know who Kelly Rowland is, she is a Grammy Award winning singer and she was a part of the infamous group Destiny's Child.
And a lot of the other people in the group as well, like Latoya and what's the other one? Latavia. I think
Yeah,
she was
Octavia, the one
Octavia.
that's
Yeah.
forgotten
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
they was more darker skin too, and they felt that pressure as well under Beyonce, and and Beyonce daddy said it himself that the lighter skin artists sell more. That's why he put his daughter, in the limelight more because she was lighter and she wore blonde hair and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, as far as I'll say this, like as far as like when it comes to that, like as good as they had careers, whatever, but it was more so like the girls getting put out like they were like the extras of Jagged Edge. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
these folks can't sing.
yeah,
Well, all these girls are talented.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
In 2002, she did go solo and she released her album Simply Deep, which included hit songs such as Dilemma and Soul. Now today, Kelly Rowland is a
Now that Dilemma, featuring Nelly, that was a hit. Dilemma, and speaking of Dilemma, they sampled Patti LaBelle And I think Patti LaBelle experienced that problem way back in the day because she sung better than a lot of those those other ethnicities. You know, she sung sung better than them. Like I saw a clip, she was singing with Cyndi Lauper, and she was blowing her out the roof. But they give more recognition to these other ethnicities, like they're the big stars, and it's all like Angie Stone, people like that. They don't get the recognition as well. So I can't hear you.
My fault. There's
Oh, yeah.
another one I can't think of right now. It'll probably come to me when we play the video, but I got you.
Okay.
Part of the X Factor. She became a judge in 2011. For years, it seemed like Kelly would drop the.
And that's right, Coco Jones. Yeah, she's a great singer. She talked about that. Yeah, she was a Disney star, and she didn't get a lot of roles because of her skin. Yeah, Coco Jones. What's up, Mark? If you want to join the show, I got the link up here. If you want to join the show, we talking about how dark-skinned female music artists are oftentimes unappreciated, or they don't get as much recognition as the lighter-skinned artists. So we talking about Kelly Rowland right now. Oh yeah, work. Okay, okay.
Singles such as Kissing Down Low, Like This, or Motivation, really without a complete project behind. Throughout the years, after watching and listening to several interviews of Kelly and her former manager Matthew Knowles, I started to understand a little bit as to why she never really fully followed through with projects.
Yeah, and I feel some good projects, but I feel the labels weren't really behind it. Like Here I Am, that was a good project from Kelly Rowland, and I think they should have put more behind that project as well. And she had a lot of good albums, but the label won't behind her. So she's basically talking about her story about how she felt.
Even when she had her own success going on back in the Dilemma days and being on shows on UPN, her success always seemed short-lived.
So again, if you have a comment, I prefer you probably come on YouTube if you have a comment on Facebook, so I can see your comments. And I had a link if you want to comment from Facebook, StreamYard.com/Facebook. If you want to link to to my comment section up here.
Throughout the years, she talked about colorism being a problem and a lot of other things, so I completely understand where she's coming from in that comment. Now, Kelly said the reason why she was so transparent and said the comment is because she felt right and she felt like everybody in the room was there for her. Now, in 2013, she had a song called Dirty Laundry, and in that song she talked.
Yeah, so that song Dirty Laundry, she talks about a lot of those things.
I'm about to look that up. I haven't heard that one.
Oh, you never heard Dirty Laundry?
I'm about to listen to that.
Oh yeah, it's on her. Yeah, it was on what's it? Talk a Good Game album.
Okay.
She talks about
really good?
How she. Yeah, she talked about she was in an abusive relationship, and then she talks about Beyonce, how she felt second, like she was in her shadow. Dream. So, yeah. So that's
I know
this.
with this colorism thing. I know you're gonna talk about Brandy. I know that's gonna come up, so I'm gonna wait on that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. I won't really gonna talk about her a lot because she still got a lot of recognition. But she as far as Cinderella, I know she got a lot of. She probably got a lot of.
When The Girl Was Mine was out, I remember.
Oh, the boy's mine.
Monica is such a better singer.
Yeah.
All this over Brandy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie at the time.
Trying to push Monica.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie at the. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie at the. Yeah. Darrell Anderson says colorism is a big factor in the music industry. I wish Kelly was more consistent in music, though.
Yeah, Brandy had to fight for hers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even for like Fantasia had to fight a lot just for, she has a core group but they
Yeah.
always put a ceiling. It
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
on when it comes to darker skin. You may sing better,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
Wiggling essay.
Oh, really? Really? People said that?
Yeah, they said that. Yeah, yeah. I don't forget nothing. Yeah, they was talking that. All y'all musicians, you know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean, back in the day, before y'all got smart and went to college and
I
stuff.
ain't gonna
I
lie.
remember.
Oh yeah, Fantasia. Yep. Yeah, especially when she won American Idol, she got a lot of scrutiny about stuff.
Yeah,
And
there's
you
no
know,
reason she shouldn't have won. Just like or what she did win. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson fell in that
she
boat
did
too.
win.
I
Oh
know.
yeah.
I said
Yeah.
Fantasia won. I was thinking about Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson was the one that lost.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Jennifer Hudson lost, but Jennifer Hudson got more awards and stuff than Fantasia. You know, she won an Oscar. Jennifer Hudson.
I mean,
So
that's more in the acting though. Her music career never really took off.
yeah, Jennifer
Like,
Hudson. Yeah.
yeah, like it never really. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know because I think they were trying to put her in the lane like with Beyonce and making her go totally
Yeah.
out of what she does. You know what I'm saying? Where her strength
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was about Kelly Rowland, and so when Beyonce had a child, you know, Blue Ivy, they talked about Blue Ivy's hair, and so Beyonce started to get you know kind of what Kelly was going through, Kelly Rowland, because she was a dark and melanated, and so Blue Ivy, they was talking about her hair, and so that's why Beyonce did the song Brown Skin Girl, because she wanted to recognize those melanated women and the hair and stuff like that. So we're gonna get to that video. So thank y'all for tuning in.
You have been requesting that I talk about Beyonce and Blue Ivy's new song, Brown Skin Girl, and it's from her new album called The Gift, which is a soundtrack.
So she did a song called Brown Skin Girl on the Lion King soundtrack.
I remember that.
Yeah, called Brown Skin Girl, and she was talking about, you know, dark and melanated woman. Yeah, it's crazy in the US of A. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy because it's basically between blacks most of the time. Yeah.
No, they do.
But I want to get
job
into
of
our
putting us against
relationship.
ourselves.
Yeah. Even if you look at black rappers these days, they're going with a lot of the lighter skin, you know, ladies, females, like Offset and Cardi B. Cardi B is more skin, and so that's what they're attracted to. So you know,
Cardi B.
It's yeah.
Shaughnessy. I was so upset about her. I said, "Come on, Shaughnessy." Shaughnessy, the dance hall.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and she got a song called "Lick" with Megan Thee Stallion, and I think Shaughnessy can really kind of like flow, like rap.
Yeah.
And I seen her on the video. I was like, man, they got you too.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm gonna get into later about K Michelle too. A lot of people talking about her new look. She bleaching her skin, and I'm gonna get into that as well. So.
Well, the problem with the colorism thing is like what it does is stems a lot of self-hate.
Yeah.
And when you hate yourself,
yeah,
or you know you feel a certain way about yourself, you start trying to keep up with the Joneses to kind of try to compensate for your color. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the thing has been going on forever. You know, and then say like somebody like for example, like you said, K Michelle. Like K Michelle went through so many body transformations. It's crazy. I'm like,
yeah,
you know, her butt got so big. It was like, okay, look,
yeah,
you need to do something. You look like an ant. You need to relax. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you got to the point where it's not natural. We can see that you're struggling with, just because it's something with music that you love. But at some point, it becomes not about the music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So speaking of K Michelle, I'm gonna go to that video. I'm gonna skip to that video.
Oh my God, what is that?
Oh my God. What is that?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Forever Myra J, and I'm back with another video. This video is about
So this is about K Michelle. She came out in the game like I guess 07, 06. And she's been through a lot of different transformations. Like butt surgery. She bleached her skin and stuff like that. And they basically talking about how she changed, and like Darian said, it's all about self love as well. Loving yourself, loving your skin, the skin that you're in. And this video is about K Michelle.
Hey Michelle, okay, sister girl just revealed on Twitter.
And nothing was wrong the way K Michelle looked. I guess she felt a lot of pressure, even from relationships. They probably told her she looked this kind of way, and she felt some kind of way. And if you look at her now, she totally look completely different.
She do.
she don't look like the same person.
She ain't little Kim, but got why you
social media that she got a new face.
So if you look at this picture, you can tell she look more she look more European looking now. Like, her nose is smaller. She got the pink hair and all this stuff now. And it was nothing wrong the way she looked. And I feel some of it is a pressure to the industry as well, the music industry. They tell you have to look this way, look that way. They tell you what kind of music you should do. If you're more urban, they probably tell you to do more pop, so appeal to the radio. It's a lot of factors in that. So
that's why I did say somebody like NDRE back in the day. NDRE never compromised. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons she had beautiful music. Yeah. But a lot of times I think she got held back by that. Yeah. Then I think she had when she did come out, I think she had a lot of pressure on her too as well. Because now we started making comparisons like Lauryn Hill. Like, now you got to be like the next Lauryn Hill because of the type of music that you put out. And it's like, bro, like every artist is different, But everybody want to make things about sales,
Yeah, and Gerald Anderson said also there's a lot of pressure of black women in the music industry. Beauty politics is a powerful thing. The closer you are to the beauty standard, the better you are, unfortunately. Yeah, MJ did the same thing. Shout out to my dad in the building. He said MJ did the same thing. But he said he had vitiligo and his skin got lighter. And I feel, man, Thriller was a good album. He was still darker skin on Thriller. But I think when he changed color, he did have more of appeal to the whole world internationally. When
it wasn't just that. It was the nose too, bro. Like,
the nose.
Everybody attacks our nose. Like, bro, our nose is fine. You know what
I know. Yeah.
And they always want to thin it out and make us all look like an elf in the face. I can't stand it. Like, it's like, okay, listen. There's some attributes about us that are beautiful, like full lips, and nose. But they always want to make it their way because you're trying to sell to a demographic. That's all it is. It's about money. Yeah.
And also, if you want to do super chat, that's available, and please subscribe to the channel. But it's they want everybody with that European look, that slim nose, and people that don't even have their nose like that. They do their makeup where it look like they have that straight nose, if you notice. And I'm glad Rihanna, her Fenty line, she came out with a makeup for darker skin, ladies, as far as the makeup, because a lot of them, they were putting makeup on their face and they look lighter. And I saw a clip earlier, they were talking about Aaliyah. Like, early in her career, she looked more darker in the videos, but more and more as she got famous and stuff like that,
some more brown skin.
Yeah, they started putting more light to her face, so she appeal more. Like if you see the video Try Again, she looked totally different. Like, and I even noticed that when I was younger. You know, they make her look more lighter.
You did see when More Than a Woman came out and Resolution stuff came out.
Yeah,
she started to come back to more so down to her color. You know what I'm saying? More of the brown skin.
Yeah,
but I feel like there's always going to be something because it's always a tactic to kind of make us go against each other. Also the type that, hey, we have all these products to sell, but of course we're not selling it to y'all. We're selling it to the other demographic. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, we got to make a way where we can sell it to the other demographic. So you're going to have to make these changes. That way you can appeal more to us. You know what I'm saying? Instead of appealing to your own. You know what I mean? So that's just how it is.
Yeah. And I'm going to go to, let me see. I'm trying to find it. You know, speaking of NDRE, I was thinking the same thing because Alicia Keys and NDRE, they came up about the same time. And they was talking about how NDRE was snubbed from ripped a lot of, you know, from her Grammy Awards. Because she was up for 7 Grammy Awards as well, like Alicia Keys. And Alicia Keys won most of hers. And, you know, NDRE didn't get anything that night. So I'm going to go to that clip where they talk about that.
So let's go back to 2002. The 44th Grammy Award. Number India.Arie had been nominated for 7 Grammys and did not win a single one.
Wow.
This is referred to as the greatest snub in Grammy history.
And I love that song Video, Not the Average Girl from the video. And you know, that was a dope song, and she's a dope writer. And I feel she sang way better than Alicia Keys to me. That's my opinion. But they don't talk about that.
Well, I mean,
now
I ain't gonna say. I'll say this. Yeah, Alicia Keys could sing a little bit when she first came out.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened with Swiss Beats, and all of a sudden, I don't know. God just said, "Hey, let me go ahead and take that from you." You know, it won't the same. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if it's true or not, but it won't the same. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna get all the way to that topic, but the Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats thing, a lot of females, you know, they didn't really like what happened in that.
But not, but just keeping it here, like NDRE had like Ready for Love. It was the content. The content was different.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Say hey. Say hi.
Hey.
She ain't paying us no mind.
What's her name?
Tegan.
Oh, how you doing, Tegan?
Hey, Tegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynette said good point though.
Mm-hmm.
Derek Anderson said, first NDRE album was good. She deserves some Grammys for that. Yep. She did.
Truth be told, as good as that album was that Alicia Keys had, NDRE, I mean, hey, had the better album to me.
Yeah.
I think, you know, Alicia Keys got a lot of these pop songs, so it appealed to a lot of what they like. So if you're not doing any type of pop, that's just what it is. And if you're gonna get into the pop industry, hey, you gotta appeal to the pop culture. Like, hey, this is what you gotta do. You know?
Yeah.
There has been other snubs that's happened since then, like when Macklemore went over Kendrick.
And even if you go back to Lauryn Hill, she was darker skinned, and she was speaking truth about different situations, and she was kind of similar to NDRE. She talked about real relationship situations, and I feel they felt like they wasn't going to sell the label. But look at Lauryn Hill. She won a lot of Grammys that year, even though she was talking about serious topics. So, but you know, NDRE is darker. I feel she was a little darker than Lauryn Hill, and you know, she came out at the same time. Yeah.
I was gonna say Lauryn Hill had the greatest collaborative album of all time, according to Robert Glasper. I'll just keep it at that.
But, I know you get to. Yeah. You're talking about the group that did her album as far as the music and stuff. Yeah. And I heard about that. You know, they didn't get the credit, the musicians and stuff like that. James
I mean,
Forza.
outside of that, Lauryn Hill was very talented, and then she kind of just, I think at that point she was getting very big too.
Yeah.
Like definitely, the mainstream songs that she had. She was in Sister Act too, which was a big movie back then. She was into a lot of things. She was on a lot of soundtracks, so she was everywhere.
Yeah. Dre Anderson says she's definitely had more mainstream songs and better marketing. Talking about Alicia Keys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had more. She had that big engine behind her, Clive Davis at the time. So, of course, they're gonna push her.
Yeah, you definitely gonna push her. Yeah.
At the time, Clive Davis got fired. Falling, and she had the braids and stuff like that. And so I got tired of that song "Falling" though. I ain't gonna lie. They played that to death. But
they did.
Yeah, but definitely she, like I said, Clive Davis at the time, he just came from Arista, and they fired him from Arista because they wanted somebody younger to be in charge of Arista. And so at the time, Clive Davis created J Records, and so
I remember J Records. Yep.
Yeah, at least Mario, Monica, all those people was on J Records.
Hold on. Forgot about the GOAT, Jimmy Cozier, who's a part of J Records.
Okay. And it was a lot of people. Busta Rhymes was signed to J Records, and so Alicia Keys was that new, fresh look, light skin look, and that was looking for it. So they pushed her more, and of course she got most of the Grammys that year. And but I feel NDRE, she could have got at least two or three.
At least 2 or 3.
Yeah. So
two at the least.
Yeah. You said and Jimmy Cozier was in Alicia Keys' album too. Mr. Man. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was my joint back in the day. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Alicia Keys' album was good though. She had some good songs up there. That's like my favorite Alicia Keys album. Yeah.
I was gonna say, is Jasmine Sullivan? Would you consider her of a browner tint?
Yeah. I just consider her. She's brown skin, like if you don't see her without the light, she's more. They put a lot of light, of course, on TV.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Like
Jasmine Sullivan live.
Like they put a lot of light on her a lot now, and I'm like, man, I remember when she had that drink when she was a little bit bigger. I said, I know she was dark then. I thought she was a little brown skinned then. Maybe it was the summer.
And I never, I never really noticed like Nicki Minaj. I didn't think of that. They showed like Nicki Minaj. She was very darker than she is now, but. Yeah,
you gotta conform to the times. He said, "Yes, she got it."
Yeah, she. Yeah,
but I don't think she's got. Has she gotten a Grammy?
I don't think so. It might have been like a collaborative Grammy, but I don't think she really got a Grammy for like a solo artist.
I know she got nominated. I don't know if she ever like got a Grammy.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, to me. Her first, including this one, she hasn't put a bad album out yet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people passed her over.
Yeah, I feel my favorite Jasmine Sullivan album is The Reality Show. A lot of people slept on that album because she was talking.
Forever Don't Last.
Yeah,
is that when I got that on there?
Yeah, Masterpiece, Mascara, all those songs. Yep.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that album, but this Hotels album, like just musically, from a music standpoint, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And she should have been. She said she better get her.
Better get it graphic.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, she deserve it. She can outsing most of the industry to me.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about Ari Lennox. I feel like Ari Lennox outsing half this industry.
Yeah,
but they really want people to be a certain way,
Yeah, reality show was it was good. So I'm gonna get more to this NDRE video.
In 2014, or when Adele 25.
Oh yeah, Matt Lamore over Kendrick Lamar that year as well.
Oh,
he
man,
won a
I was
Grammy.
crying.
Yeah,
That went over Beyonce's Lemonade.
Yeah.
But what makes this especially different is that India was clearly shut out. Like, how does an artist get nominated 7 times and go home empty-handed? Well, let's look at the facts. India made her mark on the industry in 2001 with her debut album.
And of course they didn't like the dreads and stuff like that, but she was just being who she was, and she explained that in her first single, "I'm not the average girl" from the video, and she wasn't, and so
And she's still like that today. That song she got with what's his name, David Banner in the video.
Oh yeah, I like that song. Yeah.
She's
the same way.
Yeah, she ain't changed at all.
Yeah, and I'm glad she didn't compromise and change her hair or nose, cause I'm glad she stuck to who she is, and so yeah.
Look at I'm
this
sorry.
album included the hit single.
Stop. Look at like Tamar Braxton. Like I could have sworn she was browning. You know what I mean?
She was. Yeah, she was.
she looked darn near like an elf now. You know?
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
What be going on with y'all? Yo, like for real?
Yeah. It's that pressure, and then dealing with these industry guys. Yeah. I bet Vincent Herbert, put something in her ear, maybe, and said,
Tony never had to do this. Like you don't have to do it either.
Well, Tony, she did look like she got something done. Her nose and her cheeks. I think she got something. I think it had to do with her. She had to do, certain things. But I'm not sure for certain. I don't want to say anything, put nothing out there.
I mean, hey, we could always do a comparison. You got YouTube. You can go back to the Unbreak My Heart days to how she looks now.
Yeah, she looked totally.
The Secrets
Tamar is my girl. Yeah, Secrets album. Yeah.
Video and Brown Skin, both anthems of self-love. Video was a smash hit and peaked at 47 on the billboards, and this helped to
Brown Skin was a good song.
propel the album to sell over 3 million records. This album was well received because it was such an authentic project. It had messages of self-love and self-empowerment. Now, outside of the music, her imaging was equally as impactful, as she explained in response to that.
It's crazy that Ari Lennox is dealing with the same thing now with her hair and stuff like that. They telling her she look like this and like that because of her hair, and so it's a pattern. As far as the industry, that they don't like those melanated type look.
They'd rather her get all tattooed up and pierced up like Summer Walker.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? Trying to make her look like her.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. Either you got to be lighter skin, or you got to mark your body up.
Yeah. Jarrell Anderson said it's funny too because sometimes the light skinned girl formula doesn't yield as much as success either. Cassie and Christina Milian.
Well, I hold on to Christina Milian because for her little era, she blew up. You know what I mean? She was in movies and all that. So we can't
every little thing that we do. That's all. Yeah.
And what's crazy about NDRE? Like when she first came out, that was such a great era of music. Cause that was back when Raheem DeVaughn came out, the Music Soul Child. I think Angie had just put something out around that time. It was about 2002, 2004.
Yeah. Who was it again? Who was it again?
I said when NDRE Video Soul came out. Yeah, that was back when the Music Soul Childs, Raheem DeVaughns, the Neo Soul started to pop out around around her time. You know what I mean? That was when it was it.
Yeah, Yeah, unfortunately, Cassie. I don't know about Cassie. So
Cassie is a video girl. She got with Diddy.
Yeah.
And it was a rap.
Yeah. So, man, she had Ryan Leslie. He did the best, the best he could with that first album. But her voice, she couldn't really sing like that. But Ryan Leslie, he had some good songs. And after that, after they parted their ways, she didn't really have no hits like that. So
I mean, now you could bring up Missy too. Missy does a lot of production and writing.
yeah,
That might be the reason why she went that route, because of
Yeah.
the fact that she knew about not being able to get some of the same, because she doesn't even get the credit
Yeah.
that she deserves
Yeah,
as
Missy had
as
it.
being a dancer, an entertainer.
yeah,
Everybody talking about Beyonce, but I'm like, if you really want to talk about stuff being put together,
yeah,
and if you want to talk about harmonies and the writing and stuff,
yeah,
Missy the GOAT.
Yeah,
everybody, in
yeah.
music should know that.
And I was watching the diary of Missy, the VH1 Driven, and Missy was talking about when Raven Simone had her single, because Missy wrote the rap parts and stuff like that to her song. And so Missy in the video, they put a lighter skinned woman in the video for the rap part, and she was rapping, but it was Missy's voice. And so they had colorism back then, even because Missy was a heavier, heavy set woman. They didn't put her in the video.
But if you ask me, Missy did right though, because
Yeah,
she was able to interchange between her being in the limelight and then her
Yeah.
being in the background. She's
Yeah.
still getting all those background checks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything the tweet,
yeah,
she
yeah,
behind, writing the stuff
Yeah.
to tweet.
yeah, 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 and also Tweet. You talk about Tweet. She don't get a lot of recognition. But I think Darian got offline for a second. But we gonna get more to this video.
Flash received after appearing in a Gap ad, she said, "I did it for the recognition. I did it to get my name out to the masses. I did it to make the point that we don't have to dress like Little Kim to be beautiful, to look at Vogue and see Britney Spears on the front cover."
And that's basically what Darian was talking about. NDRE didn't conform to the industry and what they wanted her to do, and she's still the same way. And so we're gonna get into another video. We're gonna talk about we're talking about songwriters behind the scenes. So we're gonna get to Seven Streeter.
Stop! Did you know?
Thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah. Tweet was real underrated. Yeah, Tweet was underrated. So we're gonna get into Seven Streeter.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. I wanted to talk about 7th Streeter and ask what happened to 7th Streeter. If you don't know, 7th Streeter is an R&B.
So we this 7th Streeter, I feel 7th Streeter don't get the recognition she deserve. As far as an artist, she don't get the recognition she deserve. As a songwriter, she wrote for so many people. Her last album was good.
Be singer, and she was hot for a little while, but somehow, somewhere, her
And she never fell off. I don't know what she's talking about in this video, but 7th Streeter, she never fell off. It's just she don't get the she don't get the recognition that she deserve. As far as an artist, she got some dope vocals, dope lyrics.
her career kind of fizzled out, and I wanted to make a video about that. Now let me give you a brief backstory. Before 7th Streeter became a solo artist, she was a part of 2 girl groups. She was a part of TG4.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know that she was a part of different groups. Yeah, she definitely wrote so many great songs. Yep. Yeah, she was part of different groups.
When she was a teenager, and she was also a part of a group named Rich Girl.
So she was part of Rich Girl. If y'all don't know the producer Rich Harrison, he produced that group. Rich Girl.
Part of Rich Girl opened up some opportunities for Seven. She got a chance to open up for Beyonce, and she got a chance to connect with Chris Brown. One day while she and her group were at the studio with Chris, Seven Streeter asked to write with Chris Brown, and Chris Brown.
Yeah, 7th Street is a good. She's grown as a performer. Yep, and she did a lot for Chris Brown, especially his albums, especially when she was signed to Chris Brown.
Gave her the opportunity to write songs for him. When her group Rich Girl disbanded, Seven started writing for Chris.
And you know, it's sad. You know, she's a darker skin, and she's not getting that recognition, you know, that she deserves, like other songwriters and stuff like that. I feel she should get more recognition. A lot of labels been tossing her around, you know, because of her skin. I feel that's a fact.
Brown full time. She wrote several songs on Chris's album Fame, and she also wrote a few.
And I feel they was two of his best albums, Fame and Fortune. They was good albums, and she wrote a lot of good songs on them albums. If y'all look at the credits on, I love Fame album. I think that was a good album. Fortune, well, all of Chris Brown albums is good, but these two albums was pretty dope.
Songs on his album Fortune. Seven's connection with Chris Brown opened up more opportunities for her.
So also, if you want to join the discussion, I got the link. If you go all the way up in the comments, I got the link so you can join this live stream if you want to join the discussion. So thank y'all for tuning in.
And she started working with other artists.
Around and writing songs for really amazing artists, Alicia Keys and Brandy and Fantasia and Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande and
So Jarrell Anderson says, I wish some of the black men in the industry, well, yeah, will look out for the black woman, but a lot of times they don't care like that. Yeah, that's true. I wish that too. I wish a lot of the black men in the industry would look out, say, you know, they say she deserved that, you know, that deal. Like, you know, of course, you know, a lot of them is in the meetings and the music industry meetings and stuff like that. You know, they need to speak out more about these darker melanated females in the industry. They need to say she deserved, you know, she deserved that credit, you know, for that album. Because I heard a lot of, especially songwriters, you know, they don't get a lot of recognition. They don't get a lot of credits on albums as far as it, you know, why is that so hard? Because I feel part of the black men in the industry, they don't want to lose their deals with record label heads and stuff like that, because they're going for these lighter skinned artists, these lighter skinned female artists, and so the black males is not really taking up for them like that because they don't want to lose their deal. They don't want to lose their record deals and stuff like that. But I feel they should still speak up, you know, at least speak up, you know, for these, you know, these darker skinned female artists and songwriters. But going back to what I said, you know, a lot of the female songwriters, they're not getting a lot of credit either as far as royalties and stuff like that. And 7th Street, she's gonna go into a lot of the songs she wrote on this video.
In my songwriting, I ended up, you know, getting a solo record deal.
7th Streeter snagged a songwriting publishing deal with Sony, and she also got a solo record deal with Atlantic.
And she know about her her music business. Like she often talk about that, like especially songwriters, how you should, you know, learn about the music industry and you know, the ins and out.
Records. She wrote songs for several major artists, and she penned hits like All the Way Home, which was sung by Tamar Braxton.
And a lot of people don't know that she wrote All the Way Home for Tamar Braxton.
She also wrote Ariana Grande's song The
Way, yep,
which was Ariana's first major hit. Seven initially wanted to keep the song for herself,
So she was smart. She was smart. She wrote the song for Ariana Grande, and of course Ariana Grande gonna make a hit out of it, and they love Ariana Grande. She's a lighter skinned artist, so.
However, she knew that being a black artist, the song wouldn't be as big for her as it would be for a white pop artist like Ariana Grande.
I definitely feel like certain records are bigger on certain artists because they are white. Let's just say if I would have just put out the way.
So say if Sam, like let's do the difference between Sam Smith. Like we do the difference between Sam Smith and Tank. If Tank sung the same song that Sam Smith sung, do you think that song would be bigger? I don't think it would be big as if Sam Smith was singing it. And that's what Tank was dealing with as a black male in the industry. He was saying that
that's what Tyrese talked about, right?
Yeah, that's what Tank was talking about. Yeah, Tyrese too. Well, Tank really
103 to talk about that.
Yeah. Yeah, Darrell said ownership is truly everything. Seven has penned some of the biggest hits in the last 15 years. Yeah, and she felt like she won't gonna get as much recognition for the song, as if if she sent the song to Ariana Grande, the song "The Way," featuring Mac Miller. She wrote that song for them, and that was her, Ariana Grande.
No, Seven is definitely dope.
Yeah.
As opposed to selling it to an Ariana Grande, would they have played it on, big pop stations? Mm-hmm. Probably not.
Seven Streeter didn't have to worry because she did secure a big check from Ariana's song "The Way."
Yeah, so she knew about it. She knew about the industry and about the royalties and stuff like that. So she was still smart, even though they didn't give her the recognition, as far as being a darker skinned artist. And so she was smart. I think she was smart for giving it to Ariana Grande because she knew she's still gonna get that. She's still gonna get that bag for for that song. So so that was kind of smart on her part.
I mean, not to switch to the guys, but I mean, look at Neo, bro. Like, it took Neo ain't get hot till he was like what, 30?
Yeah,
in his 30s. So Neo's not no young cat, but he's penned a lot of songs.
Yeah.
And, despite the songs that he had, I mean, hey, we're gonna get these checks.
Yeah,
we're gonna get them running too.
Yeah,
which I think is always a good route. Like even coming at Norfolk State, that was one of the things that a lot of the guys before me was trying to tell us. Like, hey man, you gotta get with ASCAP, pen this stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's better for you to pen it and sing it than rather you just singing somebody else's stuff and then you just the bass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And shout out to my dad. He said it's how these people make these contacts of economics with the promotional companies. The labels, they promote it's factual, they promote the lighter skin artists because it's what appeal to most people is as far as promotion and stuff like that. It appeals more to the lighter skinned artists. So I that's why I feel. But what do you think about that, Darian?
Yeah. I think. Sorry, I couldn't get all of it because it's a little.
Yeah. But
My back?
Huh? Yeah, you back. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with everything that you're saying, bro. Like I don't have bad thing to say about that.
Yeah, but it's crazy. I had something in my head. I forgot. It'll probably come back to me. But I'm gonna go to the next clip. Let's see. Oh, about Lil' Kim, because Lil' Kim went through a lot of changes, do you think that even though songwriters get the bad, it's still an issue for them? Yeah, it's still an issue because they still feel that hatred for the industry, and they often say that, you know, even though they get the money, you know, even if you get money, you still not happy. But you still not happy.
You just coming from an ego standpoint, knowing that you write a song and you just wrote and even put a reference track down, and that person may not sing as good as you, but they're getting all the fame. Fame is a thing, man. Like, you know, it's a big illusion, you know, and people fall for it every single time, you know. It's easy to fall into that. But,
and then going back to that songwriting thing, you know, like you said about Norfolk State, because shout out to Cassandra. She had a manager when we was in college, and she kept telling me, she was like, you need to have out your publishing, and I'm glad she said it now, because I do see publishing from songs I had on the radio, you know, small royalty, you know, stuff here and there, because she told me I should start, you know, publishing and writing, you know, with ASCAP. So I'm glad she said that, because, you know, you need to get all the stuff you deserve, you know, from that song, even as a songwriter. So,
hey man, perfect example is Tone, bro. Tone write a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
write a bunch of stuff. He even wrote the jingle for 101. No,
in the background. Yeah, that's
Tone in the background.
101. Yeah.
Going
But
crazy.
that church,
I was like, who is that?
And that church to that song. Yep. And so Jarrell Anderson said, naturally, you want some credit and validation for your work. Yeah, of course. Yeah. But most times that don't happen to a lot of songwriters. They, you know, you be happy to get at least 20% of that song, you know, these days, because they want to give songwriters advances these days. They want to just give it from the publishing side. So it's best, you know, songwriters out there, that you have your own publishing, because they're not going to give you but like the most 20 to 30% of a song. And you know,
and also don't settle either. That's the other thing. I understand that's money that's not in your hands right now. It's easy to be like, man, you give me this so much money up front. You know, that's something I really need. But it's better to the long run that you're gonna get paid for your life, rather than take this lump sum right now and then always hear your song and not get paid for it. You know what I mean? So
yeah. But we gonna get to the next video. Lil' Kim, how she transformed. she transformed a lot. So we gonna get into that.
Nicki Minaj or Cardi B or even Beyonce, there was only one queen bee the world knew of, and that was Lil' Kim, a fierce female rapper that carved a path in.
And nothing was wrong with Lil' Kim. You know, she was dark skinned, you know, back in the day, and unfortunately, you know, she changed her color, she changed her nose, and everything, and it was sad to see that happen. You know,
that's pretty wrong.
Yeah,
pretty wrong. You know what's wrong with Lil' Kim. The name start with P and end with a Y. At that time. That's what's wrong with Lil' Kim.
It's crazy.
Hip hop and set a different standard. Going on to have.
Oh, you said D and with a Y. Oh, okay.
And that's to start with a P.
Okay. I see what you saying. Well, let me just say hard. Oh, this album over here, Lil' Kim Hardcore. Oh yeah.
Albums to leave a very memorable legacy. But beyond her beefs and controversies that emerged throughout the years, there was one thing that overshadowed it all: her drastic change in her physical appearance.
Yeah, she completely. You can see on this picture, she completely changed to that European look with her nose and her cheekbones, and nothing was wrong with her. You know, like she looked she looked, before she looked like somebody in my family, dark skin and stuff like that, and then she changed her skin, and I heard she was pressured by her, her relationships. They said, and then she listened to it, pressure, and she probably got pressure from the industry as well, the labels. So, but
who actually fell through the crack? Talk about Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
But Mary J. Blige had to go through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of mess. So much mess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope
And
you
even
put like a documentary out just to talk about that stuff, because that's crazy. You know?
Yeah, and I saw the My Life documentary. That was good too. But Foxy Brown, I need to bring up Foxy Brown, because Foxy Brown was or even better, as far as lyricism, is Lil' Kim. And Foxy Brown didn't get a lot of recognition. What you about to say about Foxy Brown? I know you love to say something.
Maybe because she penned her stuff. That's
yeah.
And she ain't really had nobody like Biggie behind her.
Yeah.
Penning her stuff like Lil' Kim did.
Yeah.
But I mean, she wasn't so much better than Lil' Kim lyrically.
I say she was as good. She was as good as Lil' Kim to me.
Oh no, no doubt. I'm definitely with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jarrell Anderson said Foxy Brown had a good run, very underrated. But I think Jay was behind Foxy a lot at the beginning of her career. I think he penned a little bit of some of her songs as well. I love the song "Can I Take You Home Tonight" with Blackstreet. I like that song. Foxy Brown.
Yeah, that's my joint. Yeah. I mean, even the joint she got with LL, and then a bunch of Foxy got a bunch of stuff. I will say that. But Jay-Z
was behind a lot of her records. Yep. So let's get back to this Lil' Kim video. They're gonna talk more about it. Let's see.
Throughout the years, it became extremely apparent that Lil' Kim had gotten a smaller nose, lighter skin, and a massive amount of work done to her body and face.
Yeah.
When asked about it in interviews, she would abstain from questions and actually get offended. While most people, even myself, have made...
Yeah, and a lot of them, they feel... They get like that. They get defensive. If you look at Michael Jackson, when they asked him a question about his skin, he said, no, I didn't get nothing done. You can obviously see that he got... Come on now. But, and of course you're going to get offensive about that. So...
It's about Lil' Kim's transformation. What we don't know is her transformation is our fault as a society. Lil' Kim is a woman who went to...
Yeah, and he right. Some of it is our fault because we don't push, we don't encourage the darker skinned female artists that they're beautiful in the skin they're in. We always put them down, and we lift up the lighter skinned female artists. And it does have a little bit to do with, the way we treat the darker melanated females, darker skinned females. So, I agree with him on that part.
Drastic measures trying to reach the ideal beauty standard. In a 2000 interview, she said, "All my life, men have told me I wasn't pretty enough, even the men I was dating. And I'd be like, well, why are you with me then? It's always been men putting me down, just like my dad. To this day, when someone says I'm cute, I can't see it."
So she had a problem with herself, self-hatred with herself, the way she looked. And that carried on till she got older. She said her dad or different stuff as well. So again, thank y'all for tuning in about this topic. This is a serious topic. Darker skin eyes, or they're being unappreciated. Thank y'all for tuning in. So we're gonna get into this clip with Rick Ross. He had a show. He was trying to get people signed to his label. So let's get to this video.
As you can see, like I said, that's the clip that sparked this conversation. And The MIDI pack.
Goes MIDI pack.
Unbelievable.
Again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in.
The music industry in a nutshell.
So this clip, this girl Brittany, she performing for Rick Ross, but you'll see they're gonna have a darker skinned female. She gonna sing the same song, but we gonna see the difference in between the two. So they looking like they enjoying the enjoying her singing. Well, we're gonna see later on.
Why doesn't every home in the U.S. have solar panels?
Again, thank y'all for tuning in.
It's not about sunlight, weather.
Your future bright, shorty. Your future bright.
Okay.
So she didn't even do that good. So the girl gonna talk about it. She didn't even do that good, but Rick Ross and them, they like it because, you know, she's attractive and stuff like that.
So as you see that, he's telling her, her future bright. It's not sonically sound. It doesn't sound good. The vocals sound a hot mess.
Yeah, and I agree. She don't sound that good.
The runs don't go like it don't sound good. You know, but they rocking and
So later on, they gonna play the darker skin artist. She gonna sing the same song, the Aston Martin music song, and she's gonna really sing it.
They champion and they like your future bright, shorty. You sound good. So then there's this dark skinned woman who made a song. Her song was different, but she used the same beat that Britney used.
Yep.
So I'm gonna play that part.
I just had to put it out there because I had to save myself.
Kaya, you better deliver, Kaya. I believe in you, Kaya.
So this other girl, she gonna sing the same song and see what happens. So let me know what y'all think about that. Did she sing the song better than the other female?
That wasn't the best platform for your voice.
So Rick Ross said that wasn't the best. He said that wasn't the best platform for her voice. Come on now, she sung that song way better.
You have a unique voice, and Britt did sound better than yours.
They like mine's best.
So they said they like Britney's song. Come on now, they said they like Britney's way better. Come on now.
Okay, so as you see that, Britney sounded a mess.
Yeah.
Let me give you a replay.
Yeah. So this show had to do, you know, the lighter skin, she looked more attractive to them, and then, you know, the darker skin, she sang it, she blew it off the roof, but they don't want to give her the recognition because she's darker skin, and that's what happens a lot in the, you know, in the industry, and people don't, you know, people put it under the table. So I just wanted to point out that part in this video about that. You know, again, thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna go to the next clip.
When I was a student,
Again, thank y'all for tuning in, and please subscribe. Yeah, Lou Boosie, come on, dog.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressor channel.
So this is about Erica Campbell's daughter. She felt pressure, and then it goes into Warren Campbell's sister, Joy Starr. Joy Starr, she wrote and sung with like Kanye West and all those people, and she couldn't get signed to labels because of her skin. So we're gonna listen to that.
An episode of We Are the Campbells on TV One. If you don't know, We Are the Campbells is a reality show about the gospel singer.
So y'all know We Are the Campbells. Erica Campbell, Warren Campbell, Murray. If y'all are familiar with those groups.
Erica Campbell and her family. And there were some pretty interesting topics that came up on one of the episodes. And one of the topics were about colorism. Erica's daughter Krista said that she noticed that guys don't talk to her because she's overweight and also because she's dark skinned.
So, you know, if you had children out there, you know, dark skinned female children, you know, they might go through these pressures, you know, when they're young. And you know, Erica Campbell is talking to her daughter, you know, about that pressure being a dark skinned female.
And I made a post about this on my Instagram page. If you don't follow my Instagram, please follow it. Also in the episode, Erica Campbell's husband, Warren Campbell, made some pretty interesting statements. If you don't know who...
So Warren Campbell, you know, he's a big producer in the industry. And he talks about different things he saw, you know, in the industry, especially pertaining, you know, his sister.
Warren Campbell he's a well-known producer and songwriter, and he also owns a record label called My Block, and he works under Sony, I believe, and he tries to break in new artists in the industry. Now, he revealed that it's harder to break dark-skinned artists. He has...
And a lot of them say that, you know, it's harder to break dark-skinned artists because the industry appeal more to the lighter skinned artists.
A sister named Joy Starr, who he has been trying to break in the industry. However, label executives
And if y'all don't know Joy Starr, you know, that's the Warren Campbell sister. But also she's a singer and a songwriter in her own right. She sung background for Kanye West and a lot of different artists, PJ Morton, and the list goes on. And they didn't sign her to labels because she was dark, you know, of a darker skin.
Executives refuse to invest in her or take her seriously because she's dark-skinned.
Matter of fact, I remember talking to one executive, and I never told her this. He basically said she was too dark. Like, she is now.
See, he just said that, you know, the industry, he went to an industry meeting, and they said they wouldn't sign her sister because she was dark-skinned.
The executive, the main guy, the chairman was a white guy. He was like, yeah, I don't know if I can be honest, you know. Color plays a factor.
Racism is not even the only thing. Racism is a big deal in the music industry.
So Gerald Anderson says it's sad they put these talented dark-skinned women in the background. Yeah, and they've been penning a lot of these hit records too. You think of Angie Stone, like I said earlier, she did a lot of stuff with D'Angelo. And of course, they had a child together and stuff like that. But she penned a lot of songs too, and she don't get a lot of recognition.
Industry as well, because Warren Campbell told his sister Joy that record executives want her sound,
wow.
But they don't want her to be black. They rather have a white girl sing black music.
Wow.
Keep it 100. I've had some pushback even with trying to do things with you. I had executives tell me like, yeah, she's straight, but she's a little too dark skinned, we think.
Wow.
Yeah. Then they went as far as to say, bring me a white person that's sing.
So Warren Campbell was breaking down to his sister what they said at the industry meeting. I guess it was Sony, because he's under Sony with My Block and stuff like that. And he's breaking it down to his sister that they didn't want to sign her. They rather sign a white person, a white artist. So
things like that, sings that music. Oh, I'll sign that tomorrow.
This right here is some hard truth, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are not in the dark about this.
Yeah, it's a hard truth, but it's the truth, and that's what's happening in the music industry.
They know that colorism is a huge factor in the music industry, especially among women. Jermaine Dupri, who was the owner of So Def Records.
So, you know, Jermaine Dupri, he had female artists, Escape, and the lead singers. Okay. String, y'all be killing my phone. But thank you for being on the show. Appreciate it.
He has worked with a lot of other label executives, and he knows the conversations that go on, and he revealed that colorism is a real thing.
Yeah. Shout out to my wife. She said, just said that woman is beautiful. Yep.
Those are the quiet conversations that's out here. You know what I mean? Like, the dark-skinned female singer still is having a hard time in the music business. You know what I mean? That's still out here. You know, it's not the...
And that's sad. Even today, you know, they still dealing with those pressures of the darker skin. You know, like I said, he had Escape. And the darker skin females in that group, they was the lead singers. Oh, let's not forget about my wife before my last... oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thing that people jump across the table immediately when they see a dark-skinned girl. When I had Dondria, it was like, she can sing, but you know, Escape was called.
And like a lot of those dark-skinned artists, they super talented. You know, songwriters, vocalists. You know, they can sing a lot of the light-skinned artists under the table, but you know, because they lighter skin, they get more of the limelight, and that's why I'm doing this video. I'm not saying I'm not giving less recognition to the lighter skin, but we got to point out, you know, the facts that they give more limelight to the lighter skin artists, and the dark skin artists should get the same recognition as well, or the same accolades and credit, you know, that the lighter skin artists have received.
Ugly for 10 years.
And Matthew Knowles, who is Beyonce's father, revealed the same.
Yeah, and that's right. That's why we got to own our own companies and sign and pay. Yeah. And I like the merge, you know, of a lot of people creating their own independent labels. That's good but we still have to promote, you know, that we are fair to darker skin, light skin, that, you know, it's an even platform when we create these companies, that, you know, we give the same recognition to the darker skin, you know, as well as the light skin. You know, it's not a colorism thing. It's good to have black men talk about it. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Same thing. He was managing Destiny's Child's career, and he noticed how big colorism and racism is in the music industry.
Go back.
So Matthew Hayes, Beyonce's father, you know, of course he was a manager of Destiny Child, and so he knew about these things, and so I think he purposely put Beyonce in the front because he knew that, and he's a smart guy, but he knew that if Beyonce was in the front, they would get more and sell more records. But at the same time, it's kind of sad because you know, Kelly Rowland, you know, she was talented too, but he knew if Beyonce was in front, they would sell more records, and that's the fact. That's the truth.
15 years. And from a colorism perspective, show me at pop radio the number of black women that were of high complexion and the number of black women that were of dark complexion.
And I noticed that a lot of the groups, you know, that had the darker skin lead singers, you know, they didn't last as long as the groups that had the lighter skin singers, like Total, 702, Escape. They didn't get the longevity like, you know, say a Destiny Child or stuff like that, or In Vogue. So
that got airplay. Black women that have been successful with airplay were all of light complexion.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. SWV, Coco. Yep.
You know, normally I don't talk about colorism on my channel because I personally feel like it causes unnecessary dissension among black people. And you get into these whole debates where...
Yeah, you think about Escape, you know, Candy, and the other two, I forgot their name. It's crazy, I forgot their name, but Candy, Tiny. But, you know, Candy, she was dark-skinned, and the other two, the sisters, Latasha, think Latasha, and I forgot the other one name. But you know, they didn't get a lot of recognition, and you know, Jermaine Dupri got under a lot of scrutiny because, you know, the other two, they wanted to sing, you know, in front. But it's crazy though.
You have people of light complexion and dark complexion fighting against each other, and really we should come together and fight against the system, okay? The music industry.
Yeah, she right. You know, we need to come together and fight against the system, because the system is the one that's signing these artists. And I'm glad they pointed out this picture, Mara La Negra. She's a black, and I forgot she's mixed with something else, but she has like the Spanish. I forgot what she mixed with, but they was, you know, against her with her hair because she got the African American woolly hair, and they talked about her a lot, you know, in the past few years because of her skin, and you know, she went Hispanic. Appreciate it. She's black mixed with Hispanic, and she went through a lot of issues with the public as well because of her hair and her skin, and so a lot of these issues is going on behind the scenes. So appreciate y'all tuning in, and also please subscribe to my channel. Appreciate
is one of those systems that we need to start petitioning for change, because you have 3 black men who have worked in executive levels saying, she's right. It need to be a petition, you know, that we treat these darker skinned female artists the same way as, you know, the lighter skinned artists. How difficult it is to push dark skinned and black artists, female artists specifically. This issue should not be ignored anymore. It has to be put on.
Yeah, she right. You know, the issue shouldn't be ignored anymore. It's been happening. Yeah, Steve White, welcome to the show. Kelly Rowland had to create her own lane. Yep. But I feel Kelly Rowland's, you know, albums, you know, she has some great albums, but it won't push by the label because of her skin. I feel if she like Beyonce or something like that, they will push her album more. And Kelly Rowland has some great albums. If you listen to Here I Am, Talk a Good Game, Simply Deep album, you know, those albums was incredible.
Blast, because if label executives are discriminating against black women, dark-skinned black women,
and Jasmine Sullivan, she got great songs. You know, she sang Talk a Good Game was a good album. That was one of my favorite Kelly Rowland albums. But Jasmine Sullivan, she can sing. The show. Yep.
At that should be put on blast. What also should be put on blast is the fact that these labels.
Oh yeah, Fantasia, she was awesome as well. She's awesome as well, but she don't get the recognition because, you know, she got full lips. She's dark and melanated. Yep. Brandy literally created what R&B is today. A dark-skinned brown woman. Yeah, you know, a lot of singers emulate Brandy's style these days, from gospel to R&B. You know, they take from her style. Even the Seven Streeters, Justin Sky, the list goes on. Kiara Shears, you know, they all take from, they inspired by Brandy's style. And a lot of these dark skinned artists, you know, they created these styles. And like, if you go back to way back then, you know, a lot of the Caucasian artists, they stole from a lot of the dark skinned black artists, you know, way back in the day. So this is nothing new. It's been happening for a long time. So
executives do not invest as much money in black artists as they do in their white artists. That's another thing that needs to be put on blast. And this is not.
Yeah, Demi Lovato. Like if say, we didn't own the systems and some of us are brainwashed. Yeah, I feel we're brainwashed to go against ourselves. We don't fight for ourselves. Lettucey. Yeah, she's a dope artist as well. Yeah, we brainwashed. We go against our own people. We don't have our own systems. We don't have our own. I think we should have our own distribution. You know, we rely on Sony, Universal, all these big publishing companies, but we should create our own publishing company distribution, so we can have more control, especially over the darker melanated and dark skinned artists. So I feel that's big.
Not me ranting about the music artists that are successful in the music industry, because they're talented, they work hard, they do what they have to do, so they deserve to be where they are. So this is not me discrediting any artist in the music industry.
Like she said, and like me, you know, we're not discrediting, you know, these lighter skinned artists, but we have to recognize that the darkest skinned artist is not as getting much recognition as the lighter skinned artist. That's the point of this show tonight, is emphasizing that, you know, of course these lighter skinned artists, they deserve to be where they are, but the darker skinned artists deserve to be where they should be, and they're not there, you know, where they should be.
Industry. I'm specifically talking about these label executives, these people who run the music industry. I'm specifically
these people that run the label industry, you know, they get what they want, and most times they want the lighter skinned artists because they appeal to more money, and so that's what they do.
Talking about them.
When I got to Sony as a manager and executive, I was asked to manage a all-girl group that was white, a all-boy group that was white. So I know this for a fact that
we're talking about the imbalance. The music industry. Yep.
Budgets were different. The recording budgets were different. The marketing budgets were different. Their advances were different than those in the urban division.
Wow.
We don't have any black superstars.
And most of the darker skinned artists are in the urban. They put them in the urban arena, and they put more of the lighter skin to the mainstream, like the pop, the mainstream, the top 100, and they put the darker skin in the urban, and so, you know, that happens.
And I want to specifically talk about black female artists.
And I'm glad they pointed out this picture, because Mariah Carey learned a lot from Whitney Houston. And Whitney Houston, you know, she was big, but I believe Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston had a little feud at one time, because they were putting Mariah Carey up, you know, higher and higher, because she's more of a fair-skinned woman. She's biracial. And Whitney Houston, you know, paved the way for a lot of these new female artists at the time. So
because there are more black male artists than there are black female artists that are being pushed. These are facts. Where are the black female superstars? I'm talking to these label execs now. Where are they? Because in the 90s, you had a plethora of black...
like I said, Total, Foxy Brown, they was all talented, you know, artists, but they won't push like the lighter skinned artists, like the Charlotte Baltimore, all these lighter skinned artists, they was pushed up more. So,
black female superstars with all different complexions, all different sounds. They were selling.
Mariah Carey, super talented. We're not discrediting, you know, Mariah Carey, but Whitney live is something different, especially in her prime. I agree with that.
Platinum records because the people love them and they love their music. But why is it that they?
And it's funny, going back to TLC, when I was in second grade, when TLC came out, I'm saying I'm pointing out my age now, talking about TLC in second grade. But anyway, it's funny, when I was in second grade, a lot of people, they loved Chili because she had the curly hair. She was more the girly type in the group. But me, when I was in second grade, I kind of like Left Eye. I liked Left Eye at the time when I was in second grade. But it's ironic. Is they went more for Chili because she had the long, curly hair and stuff like that. So that was interesting when I was in second grade. I just wanted to point that out.
Platinum records because the people love them and they love their music.
And guys out there, let me know who you like the best, Chili, Left Eye, or T-Bars when you was when you was young. Oh yeah, Whitney's Super Bowl anthem.
But why is it that there are no longer any more black female superstars? I'll tell you why. It's because a lot of these white little do not want to invest in black talent. They don't want to invest in black artists that look a certain way.
Steve said Left Eye. Yep. Yeah, I like Left Eye back in the day. Yeah.
Artists that are not marketable.
Yeah, let us see. Yeah, Fantasia.
Enough. These are facts. And black art certain music. Hip hop is the only thing that they're focusing on because it's.
And like I said earlier, a lot of these black rappers, they're going with these lighter skin and females as far as relationships and marriage. Oh yeah, Kelly Price. Yeah, Kelly Price is another dark skin artist that don't get her recognition. She sung a lot of stuff for Bad Boy. She penned a lot of records for a lot of people.
Now mainstream music. But what about other genres of music like R&B? Why is it that R&B is dead? Is it because no one cares about R&B? That's not true. LMA has an R&B song called Boot Up that has been on repeat, and it made it to the top 10 on the Billboard.
I don't know. Boot Up is more, I wouldn't say that's strictly R&B. It's kind of like, it's real vintage though. Boot Up. I wouldn't say it's directly like real R&B.
Charts, and it sold 1 million units. But her label executives took a year to push this song. Now why? If you know that the people love the music, why would you take so long to push it? Honestly, it boils down to not having enough black outlets and black people in executive positions. Because when black
I say more of an R&B crossover. It was like pop and R&B. It was like mainstream sounding, so it appealed to a lot of record labels or a lot of radio stations.
Executive positions. They were the ones really making moves and pushing out a lot of these black artists, especially in the 90s. In the 90s, you had the heavy hitters like P. Diddy, you had Jermaine Dupri, you had L.A. Reid and Babyface.
Yeah.
And also you had numerous producers and numerous talent scouts who were looking out for some of these black artists. And they were creating stars. But
Yeah, it was a nice Skating Rain song, yep. Yep, Boot Up.
No longer have that now. And when you don't have black people in these positions to look out for other black artists, a lot of these black artists just go under the radar.
Yeah, she's right about that. Yeah.
Diddy just revealed in a recent interview that you have these record label companies that are making so much money off of our culture, our art form, but they are not investing or believing in us.
Yeah, Diddy's right. We got all these dark-skinned, melanated African-American artists. They're taking our culture, they're taking our music, but they don't want to give us deals. They don't want to give us the right deals. Speaking of deals, this 360 deal that they're giving a lot of artists these days. They're taking a percentage from their name, a percentage from their music, a percentage from their songwriting. They're taking their whole image, their whole name and stuff, and they're owning it because they're greedy. And they're not signing, they'll sign a dark-skinned artist, but a lot of these darker-skinned artists is not lasting a long time, especially the female artists, because of their skin, and they feel like they're not going to sell, a a lot of records. Yeah, Mary J is doing good. Yeah.
For the billions of dollars that these black executives have been able to make them, there's still hesitation to put them in the top level positions. They'll go and they'll recruit cats from overseas. It makes sense to give executives a color.
Yeah, they getting a lot of artists. Yeah. Mary got that consistent fan base that will stay with her forever. Yeah. She had the urban black females, by her side. She still got that fan base, especially from her, My Life era, Share My World era. They still in love with that. So Mary, she's never gonna lose her fans, and that's what's good about her career. That was smart. She never lost that fan base.
A chance and embrace the evolution instead of it being that we could only make it to president or.
Yeah, Summer Walker, like Darian pointed out earlier, Summer Walker, she's gonna last because her image is what they want. She got the tattoos and stuff like that, and I think if she was clean, like if she didn't have all the tattoos and stuff, like say like NDRE, they wouldn't push NDRE more than Summer Walker because Summer Walker is more of the look that they're looking for, if you know what I mean. Like NDRE is more the clean cut. She don't she don't have tattoos and stuff like that. So they will promote her less than Summer Walker, I feel. And and she even got surgery, and they looking for that European look more, than the African American look, these days. So
Senior VP. There's no black CEO of a major record company. That's just as bad as the fact that there are no black majority owners in the NFL. That's what really motivates me. So those were P. Diddy's comments, but you know what? I feel like at this point, I agree with Damon Dash when he says that black people really need to start taking control of our own. We need to have more digital platforms, more
tatted, more elastic. Yeah. MJ, she also Mary J is an actress too, so she getting that multiple stream of income. But it's a lot of dark skinned female artists that's into acting, but they, it's just they don't get that recognition. But Mary J. Blige is smart. She still got that fan base. Yep, the European look, the mixed look as well. Yep.
streaming services and more record labels. And there are different platforms in the industry. You do have Quality Control, which is a record label and a management group that have artists like the Migos, Lil Yachty, and Cardi B. Also, you have Top Dog Entertainment that have artists like Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
So it's good, them independent, labels like TDE and Top Dog Entertainment and the Quality Control. They have the darker skin and they pushing them. So it's good. All these, independent. Yeah, Queen Latifah. Yep.
Chance the Rapper doing things independently. So there are people who are making these moves, but we need more of that if we really want to produce black stars.
Yeah, and Daniel Caesar is a dope artist as well.
And give black artists a fighting chance in the music industry, particularly dark-skinned women, because they do.
And I want to point out Normandy. I'm glad they brought up this picture. Yeah, Dreamville too. Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Ari Lennox. I forgot to get to that, but Ari Lennox, she was signed to Dreamville. That's J. Cole label. She's trying to leave there, so we'll see what happens. But Normandy. I think they still trying to find her sound, but I feel she's not getting recognition. Of course, she was with the group Fifth Harmony, and she received a lot of hatred, because she was the darker skin in the group, and she's still dealing with the image thing, trying to figure out her lane as far as what she wanted to do in the music industry.
Get treated unfairly. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this down below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And
so thank y'all for tuning in. And the last thing I want to go to is the Ari Lennox situation. it's sad that, you know, things like this happen. Okay, thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, if you have any comments, please chime in to this conversation. Very important conversation.
Surgery like Kylie Jenner, and that she doesn't feel sorry for rich people. So this is another example of featureism, and more specifically, singer Ari Lennox defending herself once again against black men and
So we talking about Ari Lennox. She been ridiculed for her look. You know, she wear the natural hair, and they were talking about her nose and stuff like that. Yeah, Danny Kane, Don Richard, you know, she went to a lot of stuff in the group. She was the darker skin, and Danny Kane, yeah, Don Richard.
black people online who are making fun of her features, specifically her nose, comparing her to a dog.
People they just so cruel. They talking about her nose, talking about she like a dog. And I hope and I pray Ari Lennox don't fall under that pressure where she want to change her face and stuff like that, because she's a beautiful woman, and I hope she don't change, you know, just to fit into the industry, because she still have a hit, you know, the song Pressure and other songs she had out, the Shea Butter song. She got a lot of good songs, and I hope she stays strong. And I hope she don't succumb to the pressure of the industry.
Talking about her nostrils, and she talked about it on Instagram. She got upset. She started crying.
I'm not with it. I'm not fucking with that shit, like, at all. Like, how people hate black people so much. How black people can sit up here and say that's not my.
And she's super talented, and you know she's going through a lot of pressure about how she look and stuff like that, and it's really a major issue. Yeah, Ari Lennox is all natural, and people still have something to say. Yeah, wow.
My problem, or she does look like a Rottweiler. That's fine. That's fine. But and you want to talk about how people are so sensitive. They want us to cancel freedom of speech. Why is this your speech? Why are you so comfortable tearing down black women, and no other race?
Yeah, and it's a spiritual thing too. I don't mean to get into the religious thing, but it's a spiritual thing too. We deal with a lot of pressure and stuff like that, being blacks, and yeah, she's right. You know, even with the freedom of speech, why you have the right to say something about me? Especially because I'm a African American and I'm natural with my hair. I'm natural. I don't get surgery, and you still have a problem with me. And she's dealing with that issue.
Look around. Look around. When are Hispanic women ever compared to dogs? When do they do that?
Her nose is beautiful, and I hope she don't change to conform to what they want her to have. And I hope she stick and stay strong, you know, through this. Cause I know it's hard.
When do they do that to white women? When are white men doing that to white women? When are Hispanic men doing that to Hispanic women? They're not doing it. They're not. Like, and
yeah, this lady is very much pointing out issues, asking black men to protect us. Yep. The industry is about personality and not just talent, but it is spiritual. Yep.
And how come, as a black woman, me sticking up for it, I'm a Zillia? Like, bruh, there is a whole hashtag on Ari Lennox nostrils. Stop trying to play niggas like they're not supposed to care. and I know if there are people out.
Yeah, how you think the dark skinned females supposed to feel if they are always targeted? You know, how they just gonna put it on the rug and cover it up, cover their feelings if you keep targeting these black female artists. And it's a lot of trolling out there, of course, in social media, but they're human too. They're not just going to overlook what you say to them on social media. And that's in everyday life. People are bullied on social media and they commit suicide and so forth like that. And it's nothing wrong with Ari Lennox. She's a beautiful woman, natural, and she's dealing with a lot, because she want to be herself, and that's the problem these days.
Out here coming for a black noses, you know good and well they got people in their family members that big nosed child. Why are you doing that? Why is that funny to you? Why are your black royal ass features a joke?
Yeah. She's speaking some truth. Why is your black royal features a joke? Wow. I like that she said that.
It hurts more when it's from your own people. Like, we the same, nigga.
Yeah, like she said, it hurts coming from her own people. It hurts. And your black people supposed to be with you, having your back, but they the ones that's crucifying you more than the other, ethnicities. That's truth.
It's your nose too. I'm sorry that you have to accept that. I'm sorry that's that's the truth, and it's so hard for you. This your nose too.
Yeah.
Black men need to do something, bro. Do something. If that's not how you feel, say it.
Yeah, the black man, and that's why I'm having this conversation tonight, to have a voice to this issue about dark-skinned female artists being unappreciated, or a dark-skinned woman in a whole. Yeah, you said it. She just want to be herself, and that's all she's standing for. Yeah, and that's why I'm having this show tonight, because somebody had to say something about this issue. It's not just in the music industry, but it's in the whole. The black male oftentimes is not taken up for the dark-skinned females in the world. Like she said, we have black royal features. We have, big nose, and everybody, actually, they want to be like us. They want to have a big butt. They want to have the big lips like us. But they steal from us, and then they don't want us, and that's a major issue.
The fuck? Why is it only black women saying shit? You know what I mean? Why is it only black women saying? Why is it only black women? Like, I just want more black men to say something, and not just about not.
And she's crying out to the black male, and she's pointing that out.
Just about complexions. Say something about the features. Say something about the features. Something we all share. You know what I'm saying?
And she was basically talking about the featureism in the community and how we need to talk more about it. And I 100% agree. So I want to talk about that. And there was also another similar situation.
And I'm glad this female, her YouTube channel, she's pointing out this thing, colorism.
And that happened where two journalists, I think from Vanity Fair.
So now she's going to get into Blue Ivy. They talking about Blue Ivy's hair. So they're going to get into that as well.
Man and a white woman. They were criticizing Blue Ivy's looks on Twitter, who we all know has also been a victim of featureism and texturism since she was a little baby.
Yeah, since she was young, Blue Ivy got targeted as far as her hair and stuff like that.
About several videos, the petition that black women made to have her hair combed, and people are always talking about how she looks like her daddy and she's ugly and all this stuff.
Wow. And of course she's gonna have a big nose, like she have a big nose. Her father has a big nose, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's just our features, our African American features. So they talk about that. They just want us to conform to the way they look. That's all.
Which ironically, the rapper Megan Thee Stallion just released a photo of her, Beyonce, and Blue Ivy on Instagram. And Blue Ivy had her hair straight. And now you see she has a head full of beautiful.
Yeah, Blue Ivy, she has beautiful hair. Yeah, it's crazy when White Pepper say stuff. We are actually definitely ready to go to the war, but we don't even check our own colorism and futurism within the community. Yep. And Lynette says ridiculous. That's a child. Yeah, they don't care how old you are. Colorism, colorism is for the young and old. We all deal with it as African Americans, especially of darker melanated skin. We deal with that.
healthy, natural hair. And now black women are talking about how long and beautiful it is. And I remember y'all said the same thing when she was photographed with like these big afro puffs, or maybe it was just one big full afro puff.
And she was beautiful, beautiful young female. She had long natural hair, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So now it's acceptable because it's long and it looks done enough for you, I guess. And listen, I love long natural hair that's polished too, but I'm not going to make a fuss about a black child or a black woman with short, unkempt hair. Like, I'm not going to make a petition about messy hair.
And it's not messy, it's woolly. It's woolly hair. People say because our hair is, it's like that. It's real curly. That it's messy, but it's woolly hair. That's the type of hair we have. So
that's ridiculous. But see, Blue and Beyonce got the last laugh because now she has more hair and more edges than a lot of black women who were talking mess, and all of it's tight.
But the thing is, her hair won't bad at first in the first place because that's just the way her hair is, and it's just crazy that they gonna do that over a young black girl because her hair is just the way God made her hair, and so she can't help that.
For glory. And I just think that's hilarious. That's why y'all need to be careful about who you talk about, because you never know. But anyway, this black male journalist started the whole thing. He said that he was on Twitter and he said that Blue Ivy was about to start looking like Jay-Z, and he feels sorry for her.
Wow, our own black people say that. That's crazy.
Then a white woman jumped in saying that she'll probably get plastic surgery like Kylie Jenner, and that she doesn't feel sorry for rich people.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
This is another example of featureism, and more specifically featureism against black girls and women, and how.
Yeah, like I said, we all targeted as darker skin, our hair, our features, and that's just stuff we deal with, as a people. And I'm glad I did this video. I did this show. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, and please subscribe to my channel. I may do a part 2 to this this topic, and I want to leave you with this last video. This girl, she's singing "Hours and Hours" by Mooney Long. Her name is Alicia J. So we're gonna check out her video. And I thought she sung this song pretty good, and she has the natural hair, and I love the way she sung this "Hours and Hours." So I just wanted to play this video just to point out how talented we are as darker skin, and she has the natural hair, and she's a new artist. Her name is Alicia J. So we're gonna listen to her sing "Hours and Hours" by Mooney Long.
Hours, I can do this for hours. Sit and talk to you for hours. I wanna give you your flowers and some champagne showers, or the shrimp and lobster towels. But it's me that gets devoured.
And she got a nice, strong, clear voice, alto voice. I like that. And it's nothing wrong the way she looked. Beautiful black dark skinned woman, and I feel like the industry, they have a problem with that, but she's very talented, and that's the problem that's been going on for years and years. Yeah, she's talented. Yep.
When you do what you do, I'm empowered. You give me a superpower. Together the world will be out. You set me upon the
Shout out. Again, thank y'all for tuning in. House.
When we finish, take a shower. I could do this for hours.
Yeah, she's dope. So that was the song. Yeah, love her hair. Yep.
When I first started making
So
music,
again,
I
thank y'all for
received,
tuning
loads
in.
of links from SoundCloud.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This was a great show. Thank y'all for tuning in to this show. And I'm glad I did this show to point out, the problems we have in our community, in the music industry. And thank y'all for giving y'all voice in this discussion. It's, like I said, it's been a great show. And hopefully I do more shows like this. If you missed my show and I was talking about mental health in the music industry, go back to those videos. But I felt this was a good topic to talk about because a lot of dark-skinned female artists, they're so talented, in what they do. Appreciate it. Great show. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I felt this was a great topic to talk about because this is happening. This is reality. And if we don't do nothing now, a lot of these dark-skinned artists, they're going to feel so much pressure. They feel they're going to have to conform to, they're going to have to conform to what the labels want to, to have as far as their image is concerned. So, I have Super Chat. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you have any last comments y'all want to discuss, let me know right now. But thank y'all for tuning in. It's been another episode of Music Tips and Reviews with JG. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And hopefully I have more interesting topics like this in the future. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Music Tips and Reviews with JG. Alright. And I'll wait a few minutes to see if somebody have any comments. Any last comments they want to say up here. And like I said, like Kelly Rowland and stuff like that. 7th Streeter. And all these artists, I feel, we should give them more recognition. Especially Kelly Rowland, she's from a super group, Destiny's Child. She should have got more recognition. 7th Streeter. All these great artists. So again, thank y'all for tuning in to Music Tips and Reviews with JG. So I hope you have a blessed night. All right, peace.